So the NFL schedule is finally out, and we don't even know if we're gonna have football this year. They haven't said no, but they haven't said yes either. At least the schedule coming out is a good sign. Signs that things are moving normally so far. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's break it down and see what could potentially be the marquee matchups, what could be the hot games, the high scoring games, the classics that could possibly come out from this next schedule. Now, before we get into the video, guys, I want to ask y'all to please like the video, please subscribe, turn the notification bell on, all of that. If you like what you hear, you like what you see, you want to support your boy, I would be greatly appreciated. Now, basically what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go down week by week, and we're going to break down and see what could be the classics, the high scoring games, the divisional matchups that are, that'll make or break playoff spots, stuff like that. And let's just have some fun talking sports, man, because we ain't got none right now. All right. We're going to start off at week 1. First matchup, opening season matchup, Houston at Kansas City, the Super Bowl champs. Now, you follow football, you already know what happened last year. Houston was up, were they up 21 or were they up 28? I think they were up 21, and Kansas City scored like 50 straight. scored like 50 straight. So, I mean, this is a good matchup in theory. It would have been a better matchup, though, because, we all know D-Hop is gone. Bill O'Brien ran him out of town. So, I mean, I don't know. I think Houston picked up Brandon Cooks. Not a D-Hop, but I don't know. I don't see that. I don't see this being a good game, to be completely honest with you. I think Kansas City's going to run him out the water. So, that's whatever. I actually had notes. Hold on, let me find my notes. All right, I got my notes right in front of me, and I'm seeing Bucks at Saints. Now, we all know what happened. Tom Brady took his talents to Tampa Bay, TB12 and TB, man. Going up against the Saints, a division rivalry, and the NFC South was looking kind of loaded. We'll see how Carolina pans out, and if Atlanta can get back to that explosive offense and solid defense that they used to have. But yeah, Bucks and Saints is looking like the juggernauts of the division, and this is gonna be a matchup. I don't know when the Saints go to Tampa. Hopefully it's late in the season, and it'll be like playoff implications and whatnot, But that's definitely a matchup that everybody's looking for. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees, the old man going at it. Drew Brees probably looking at his last year of football, going into commentary. And yeah, just two big teams, man. This is gonna be a good one next year. This is gonna be a good one. I also see Dolphins and Patriots. Now everybody wants to get a look at the Tom Brady-less Patriots, and their first matchup is gonna be against most likely Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know how to say his name. I think it's Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know, but yeah, hopefully he gets the start. I don't know if Ryan. I don't know what they'll do with Ryan Fitzmagic. I don't know if they want to start him and then drop in Tua. I think they didn't waste, but they spent a first round pick on him, so you would assume that they would just go ahead and give him the start. But then again, NFL, how the NFL, nothing really is guaranteed. That's another matchup that everybody's looking for. You got the rookie coming off the hip injury. Everybody wants to see how the lefty throws in the NFL. Is one of the most accurate quarterbacks to throw in college. All of that versus the Tom Brady-less Patriots, and we're gonna see if Bill Belichick really is the truth when it comes to coaching. And one more game that I see that might not particularly be a good game. It could be, definitely has a good game potential, but as far as the league and the new stadium, I see Dallas, of course. Dallas, the America's team, gets to open up SoFi Stadium with the Rams. I don't know. I feel like it should be the Chargers, but I guess everybody thinks the Rams is the team in LA. I guess maybe they're right. I guess they've had more success. I'm a Chargers fan, obviously, if you can't tell, but whatever. That's gonna end soon. But yeah, SoFi Stadium debut in the NFL, Dallas versus the Rams, could be a good game. But everybody just wants to see how that stadium looks. Looks like one of the most high-tech stadiums to ever been built, or the most just innovative stadium. It looks crazy, man. All right, so week 2, moving on to week 2, I don't really see much as far as games that could be good. I mean, okay, so Kansas City at Los Angeles Chargers, and it'll be our debut, the Chargers debut, to open up SoFi Stadium for us. I think that's obviously a good matchup. The rookie quarterback Justin Herbert, who knows? But I mean, that'll be our. I'm just saying that just because I'm a Chargers fan, and that's our home opener. So could be a good game, could be a blowout. Who knows? It all depends on Justin Herbert and how he comes out the gate. Other than that, I don't really see. I see the Rams and the Eagles. I don't know. No, I don't see much. No, not really. We're gonna move on. Okay, week 3 off rip. They starting off hot with this one. Off rip, I see a Monday night game, prime time, Kansas City going to Baltimore. And this is a matchup that I hope is like from years to come. It's like one of those rivalries. Not really like a rivalry, but kind of like the Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning type of thing. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, two young up and coming black quarterbacks. Whatever. I mean, I guess he's light skinned. Patrick Mahomes is like light skinned, whatever he is, but he's considered black, I guess. But yeah, two up and coming black quarterbacks. Pat Mahomes coming off a Super Bowl, Lamar Jackson coming off just taking the league by storm last season. Untackleable. He couldn't be tackled. He's a human joystick out there, 45 yards down the field, juking dudes, making dudes fall crazy, and he can throw the ball decently. Obviously, that's going to be a fantastic matchup. Everybody's going to tune in for that on prime time. I also see Green Bay and New Orleans. Two older quarterbacks going at it. A classic. I feel like not a classic matchup, but yeah, that's a damn good matchup between two former playoff teams last year. Obviously, we know what happened to both of them. They both got ran out. Literally, the Green Bay got ran out the building, 182 yards before contact. I think it was something like that. Other than that matchup, I don't see much else. Yeah, that's it. Moving on to week 3. Okay, moving on to week 4. I see a couple potential games. I see a Monday night matchup, Atlanta going to Green Bay. If Atlanta can get their stuff together and get that offense back on track and become, the Atlanta Falcons of 2016, then this could be definitely a good matchup, most definitely. Green Bay, obviously still a good team. I see Philadelphia and San Francisco. That has to potentially be like a classic type of game or something. Classics you can't really call classics. It's got to happen. But like that looks like has the potential to be a solid game. New England at Kansas City. That would be bigger. That would be more expected, or there would be higher expectations for that game if Tom Brady was still in New England. Other than that, don't really see much. Los Angeles, the Chargers going to Tampa Bay to play Tom Brady. Yeah, nothing really much on week 4. Let's move to week 5 and see what happens. Week 5, we're looking at week 5. We had a Monday night matchup. So the Monday night matches have been pretty good so far. And Monday night matchups, I sound like a Chargers fan. The Los Angeles Chargers going to New Orleans to play, and Drew Brees and them. We all know it's a pretty decent. It's a pretty high expectation match. It's a pretty soft. I don't know what to call it. It's a I don't know. People look forward to seeing watch Drew Brees play against the Chargers because what happened. The Chargers drafted him and then traded him and all that, or didn't sign him back, and he signed with New Orleans. So they didn't want to pay him. All that stuff. We all know what happened. So that's always a looked at game. Minnesota at Seattle could be okay. I would say, probably the Monday nighter would probably be the biggest game. The Chargers going to New Orleans. Then again, that's still barring Justin Herbert. We'll see how he comes out the gate. If we still have Phillip Rivers, then I would say yes. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Moving on to week 6. The Monday. I'm just gonna go straight from the Monday night and see what it is. The Monday night matchup is Arizona at Dallas. Now that could be okay, just because D-Hop is now in Arizona. Kyler Murray's second year, and we all know what happens with some of these second year players. They do decent their rookie years, and their second year is always like a blow up year. So it could be Kyler Murray's turn. There's another quarterback who is in his second year. I can't remember who it is. There's another quarterback in the NFL that's in his second year that has the potential to also blow up. Sam Darnold? No, he's a third-year player, right? The Denver's quarterback, Drew Lock. I like Drew Lock a lot. I was hoping that we drafted him last year, or that draft, but yeah. Other than that, Kansas City at Buffalo on Thursday night. Yeah, I would say Arizona and Dallas would be that marquee matchup. I think that would, yeah, I can't wait to see how Kyler Murray comes out the gates with D-Hop on his team, getting rid of, what's his name, David Johnson, always hurt, never was really the same after he tore his Achilles or his meniscus or something. I don't know. He tore something in his legs up. Never really hasn't been the same. Oh, Green Bay at Tampa. That could be a solid one. Green Bay at Tampa could definitely be a good matchup. Yeah, so I would say Green Bay at Tampa, and then Arizona and Dallas would be the two games to look at on week 6. Let's go week 7. Week 7, New York at Philadelphia. Now, I always love watching the NFC East teams play each other because I don't know what. It's just always like, it's never like a super high scoring game, but it's always like a close game. It's tight and it's just a lot. It's just physical. It's just fun to watch for me. I'm that type of person that likes to watch those physical games. So yeah, I would say that I would look forward to that. The Giants. Daniel Jones is also a second-year quarterback that could blow up this year. That's what I was thinking about. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Other than that, no, Dallas, no. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh. Okay, so Pittsburgh at Baltimore. The return of Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, that could be it's early. It's early, but yeah, that's definitely. And this is also a big rivalry too. I was just watching I was watching a YouTube video when it was James Harrison and Shannon Sharp talking about their rivalry and how they was talking shit and talking about how big the rivalry is between these two teams. So yeah, that's definitely a game to look at. I would more so look for this game later in the season though. Definitely later in the season. San Fran and New England, we don't know. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady going to Las Vegas to play in that new stadium they got up there in Vegas. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Move to week 8. Week 8. Thursday night, Atlanta at Carolina, a divisional matchup. Could be tough. New England at Buffalo. Buffalo is everybody's kind of predicting Buffalo to win the division since Tom Brady's out of New England. That could be a good little matchup. Like I said, I'm looking more so the divisional games. I look for those type of big games. Like there could be good games, obviously in the beginning of the season, but I would they mean more later in the season. Definitely mean more later in the season. Dallas at Philly. Dallas always plays Philly hard. Philly always plays Dallas hard. I always look forward to those NFC East matchups. Tampa Bay going to New York. Could be. Depends on Daniel Jones if he wants to blow up or if he wants to just, it depends on his growth pretty much. Minnesota, Green Bay, no, not really. I would say that's really it for that. Let's move on to week 9. Week 9, Green Bay at San Fran, that rematch. Okay, here's a game, that rematch. That rematch where the San Francisco 49ers ran all over the Green Bay Packers and they could not stop them. Green Bay always seems to get blown out. I was just watching yesterday Green Bay get blown out by Atlanta in 2016 in the NFC Championship game. Green Bay always seems to get blown out in playoff games where they're about to go to the Super Bowl. I don't know. They just got that bad luck. That team is not really built well, though. It's not really built well. They're not built to win Super Bowls. I don't know why they don't get wide receivers for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why they draft Jordan Love instead of taking the best available wideout or even just the best available skill player or any other player that's not a quarterback. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. But that's definitely a primetime matchup. Looking forward to that. Baltimore, Indianapolis. Ooh, that should be okay. Houston going to Jacksonville. Las Vegas, the Los Angeles Chargers. Battle of the teams with the new stadiums. Pittsburgh at Dallas. I like that matchup. Ooh, young quarterbacks face off in Miami at Miami going to Arizona. Yeah, young quarterbacks face off. Oh, here's that other Tampa Bay, New Orleans matchup. It's in week 9. Okay, so that's not too late. So that's gonna end. Yeah, Tampa Bay is probably gonna end up playing like the Panthers or the Falcons later for the division. Yeah, I like the young quarterback matchup in Miami and Arizona. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to Pittsburgh, Ben Roethlisberger going to Dallas. Looking forward to Green Bay going to San Fran. I would say those games are games I would be looking at definitely. Let's move to week 10. Week 10, what do we have? Seattle, blah, blah, blah. San Fran and New Orleans. And that was a big game. That was probably like that was the game of the year of the 2019-2020 season. Was that game? But I think it went like, I think San Fran scored like 50 or something like that. It was super close all the way going down to the end. Yeah, definitely looking at that one. Minnesota going to Chicago, division matchup. Always tough. Not really looking forward to it though. Baltimore at New England. Yeah, that's depends if New England wants to be good without Tom Brady. Other than that, don't really see. Where's the Colts? Who are the Colts playing? Colts are playing Tennessee on Thursday night. Okay, not really looking for Washington or Detroit. Yeah, I would say that. Oh, Philly's going to New York. Division NFC East divisional matchup. Looking forward to that. All right, let's move on to week 11. Week 11, we got Kansas City going to Vegas. Yeah, see Pat Mahomes let it fly in a new stadium. The Rams going to Tampa Bay on Monday nights, prime time. Okay, Atlanta and New Orleans. If Atlanta can get their stuff together, they still have the roster. They just gotta stay healthy and just execute. That could be a good matchup. Arizona going to Seattle. Depends on Kyler Murray if he wants to blow up. If he wants to blow up, and Arizona can be have a decent record by week 11. That could be a good matchup. Also divisional. Not much else here though. Let's move on to week 12. Week 12. So this is Thanksgiving week. Houston's going to Detroit, obviously. Washington's going to Dallas. Not really looking for that. Baltimore's going to Pittsburgh. Now this one, okay, now we're getting later in the season. Week 12 and beyond, we're getting later. And these divisional matchups against two predicted playoff teams are going to get more and more important. So this is a game that I would be looking at definitely. Baltimore going to Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger. Yes. This could essentially, this game, if it comes down to it, it could make or break the season, or it could win the division. It could be the division winner coming out of this game right here, literally. Nothing else after that though. Kansas City's going to Tampa Bay. Okay. Now, Kansas City going to Tampa Bay. Okay, yeah. Too high power. We don't know what Tampa's offense looks like. We just know it looks high powered, with all those weapons, Gronk, Cameron Brate. Did I have Cameron Brate? Whatever. I think OJ Howard, and all those receivers with Tom Brady. Yeah, we just know that they look like a high powered offense. But yeah, Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes matchup is always one to look forward to. I'm gonna take a swig of this water real quick. Excuse me. All right, and then after that, that's pretty much it. Nothing really to write home about. That's Thanksgiving week. Let's move on to week 13. Dallas at Baltimore on Thursday night. That could be a solid game. That could be okay. Depends if By that time, I would assume either Dak will probably sign the franchise tender, or they'll give him a contract by then. Obviously, it's week 13. I don't know if he plans on sitting out the entire season, but yeah, that's a question mark. But I'm assuming he's going to be playing for Dallas this next season. I'm assuming it's one way or another. So I'm assuming Dallas could potentially be a good team. Their roster definitely shows it. They have on paper, they have a solid defense. They have one of the best offenses in the league. I think they had the best passing offense, or the number one passing offense last year or something like that. They had the number one something in offense last year. So Dallas, and they just got CeeDee Lamb. They robbed the league of CeeDee Lamb. So their offense is only going to get better as long as Dak plays. New Orleans and Atlanta, divisional game down the stretch. That could be a division clincher. Since Miami, blah blah blah. Rams, Arizona. New England, this is our chance. New England is coming to SoFi Stadium to play the Chargers. This is our chance to beat the Patriots. Finally, this is our chance. I'm looking forward to that one, definitely. Denver going to Kansas City, divisional matchup. Depends on how good Denver wants to be. They're not good. I mean, it's just another divisional win for Kansas City. Buffalo and San Fran on Monday night. Ooh, Josh Allen's development. If he can develop and become a solid quarterback, oh man, and this would be a good matchup. Because that defense, Buffalo's defense, going up against that running offense, that Shanahan offense. Oh man, I would love to see that. And let's move on to week 14. England, blah blah blah. No. Green Bay, Detroit, divisional matchup late. Minnesota going to Tampa, could be good. I'm not really checking for Minnesota like that. We'll see though. Anything can happen. The season is anything can happen. I don't really see any crazy games. New Orleans and Philly, it's usually a good matchup. So I would probably say New Orleans and Philly would be a game I'm looking forward to. Then the Patriots and the Rams, maybe. Depends. Let's move on. Week 14 is kind of weak. Week 15. Week 15. Los Angeles going to Las Vegas on Thursday nights. I mean, it should be an easy win for us, but if you know the Chargers, you know there's no easy wins. We make everything hard. We're like, the Chargers. I think the Chargers and the Lions are like the two teams that make every win hard. Every win hard and every loss easy. So I mean, that's a division game. We'll see about that one. Indianapolis and Houston, another divisional game late. Hey man, Phillip Rivers with that offensive line. Now Phillip Rivers has rarely had an offensive line as good as he has now in Indianapolis. So I predict Phillip Rivers is gonna be pretty solid because he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in this league. He can drop the ball into crazy throwing windows, and as long as he has the time, you give him time, he's gonna find somebody. He may not do it with but he's gonna sling it. He's gonna find somebody to get that ball to. So I like Indianapolis to be solid. And Kansas City and New Orleans. That's gonna be a big game. Kansas City at New Orleans would definitely be one to look forward to. Absolutely. Two high-powered offenses late in the season. Probably could be battle of the number one seeds. Who knows? San Francisco at Dallas could also be a really good game, depending on Dallas and Dak and how good they want to be with Mike McCarthy. San Fran, I think we know San Fran's going to still be good. I don't think there's a reason why they wouldn't be good again. Other than that's a hot week right there, I say. There's a lot of games to look forward to. All right, week 16. Minnesota at New Orleans could be okay. Oh yeah, this is the matchup from the playoffs. Yeah, this is their revenge. This is their revenge matchup. This is their revenge matchup for getting cheated, allegedly. But it wasn't. I don't think it was pass interference. I think he just, kept him at bay, and I don't know, whatever. I saw what I saw. Atlanta going to Kansas City. Obviously, again, if Atlanta can get their stuff together, yes, then that could be a good matchup. But look for Kansas City to blow them out. I don't know about Atlanta. Indianapolis going to Pittsburgh could be a good matchup as well. Philly and Dallas late in the season could be a playoff, could be a division clincher, definitely, just like last year. So yeah, that's a game I'm looking for. And Buffalo and New England, also a division clincher potentially. Another game I'm looking forward to. Tennessee and Green Bay could be okay. Who knows? So I would say Buffalo and New England, Philly and Dallas, Indianapolis at Pittsburgh, and not Atlanta. And Minnesota and New Orleans would be the games I'm looking for. Week 16. Week 16. That's pretty good. Last week, week 17. All of these are divisional games, I believe. All of these are divisional games. Miami and Buffalo. Ooh, see, Pittsburgh and Baltimore would be perfect. That's week 17, because that's like I would 99% guess that would be for the division, literally for the division. Los Angeles and Kansas City, depends on how good the Chargers want to be. That could be for the division. Most likely won't be. Dallas at New York. Yeah, all of these games are kind of like, I don't see anything that's like a for sure, like this is going to be a crazy game. Like this is going to make Seattle and San Fran could be that one. That's probably the surest thing for like, this game is like for the division and everybody's got to watch this one. That's about it, man. All right, that's it, man. That's the last week. Appreciate y'all for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. That's pretty much it. That's the 2020 NFL schedule, kind of broken down to see which games could be classics, could be the high scoring, could be the division clinchers. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure, again, if you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that stuff. I would greatly appreciate. Let me know your thoughts and what you think would be the best. Let me know what your favorite game that you're looking forward to this year is going to be. And keep praying for this season, man. Keep praying. Hopefully this season goes off without a hitch. And I'll talk to y'all later, man. Deuces.